Over 4,000 delegates are this morning meeting at the Kenyatta International Convention Center for the Sustainable Blue Economy Conference. At least 5 heads of state are expected there. The conference is co-hosted by Japan and Canada. Participants will exchange ideas on how to exploit the potential of oceans, seas, lakes and rivers to improve the lives of people in the world. I understand that Faisal Ahmed is at KICC. Faisal, good morning. And yes, we see 4,000 delegates expected there. Maybe you could run us through the program and how it looks like for the period of this conference.
Well, thank you very much, Sam. As you've rightfully said, about 4,000 delegates are expected here at the Kenyatta International Conference Center. The government has confirmed participation of over 185 countries that will be represented here. Now, there will be different areas of discussion that they will be focusing on. Key among them will be the governance structure of the blue economy. Remember, last week, President Kenyatta said that the Kenyan blue economy in itself had not yet reached its full potential, and by 2022, he wanted to ensure that the sector was employing in excess of 10,000 people and contributing significantly, more than the 2% it is currently contributing to the country's GDP. Now, the key areas where the government, or rather the participants, will be having discussions will include the leadership commitment segments, the business and private sector forum, a governors and mayor convention, which is expected to give direction in terms of how much each country has committed to this particular convention. Remember, this is a co-host between Canada and Japan, and Kenya is the host country. Now, a lot of delegates have arrived, and as you'll see momentarily, there are some high-level delegates and presidents from different countries that have arrived. The government has also confirmed over 10 heads of state are already in the country and will be gracing this event that will start in a few moments. Now, some of the countries and institutions that have committed to this particular forum include the Food and Agriculture Organization, that is FAO, which has committed 10 million shillings towards this. Remember, the government was looking for 700 million shillings in order for this event to kick off. Now, the United Nations Development Program also committed 10 million shillings, the Ocean Foundation 150 million shillings, among others. Now, this event in itself gives Kenya a very unique opportunity, because this is the first time that an event of this caliber is being held in an African country. This also will help Kenya realize its full economic potential when it comes to the blue economy sector. Now, as I earlier stated, 17,000 participants are expected. 5,000 representatives from different countries, including the private sector, are also expected. 10 heads of states are already in the country, and we are expected to have various areas of discussion in this particular conference. We will keep you up to date as it continues to happen. Sam.
All right, Faisal, you did correct me in terms of your correct pronunciation of your name, but of course, blue economy is so big. 4,000 delegates at KICC, or rather in Nairobi, for this particular debate. But of course, for Mwananchi, they are wondering, what is this and how does it affect them, bearing in mind that when they talk about rivers, oceans and lakes, they think about the fish that is being grown there, they think about tourism, they think about minerals that may come out of there. So what do you think is the government agenda, the government of Kenya agenda in going into this economy, this blue economy conference, and how is it going to make sure that whatever we get or we reap from the economy itself, from the water bodies, is of proper use and benefits the economy of the country?
Well, Sam, a lot of people, when it comes to the blue economy, the first thing that comes to mind that is fishing. Now, there are a lot of sectors that Kenyans can benefit from this conference and from the blue economy. Remember, 70% of the earth is covered by water. Now, in that, there are a lot of minerals. There is oil. We were informed a couple of years back that there is oil within the Kenyan waters, that is the Indian Ocean, and we need to find sustainable ways and environmental friendly ways of excavating that oil and actually making it beneficial to the Kenyan people. Now, when it comes to the fisheries sector, Kenya has not yet realized even 10% of this particular sector. We use mostly, according to the government, the fish that we harvest or fish from the waters are used for consumption. We've not yet fully exploited the potential of the sector. Remember, we're still importing fish from countries like China, who are fishing closer to the Kenyan waters. Now, this conference will open up opportunities for African countries, Kenya being one of them, in order to enable them exploit this particular area fully.
Right, and connected to that, I don't know how much you know of these, bearing in mind that there are those particular Kenyan interests, who is representing the Kenyan interest at that conference, and how much do you think it can go to? Because we've seen conferences in this country. We have seen the Global Summit Entrepreneurship, that is a US and Africa cooperation. We have seen, what did you call it, the one from the Japanese government, TICAD. So who is representing the Kenyan interest, and how are they going to further them so that we start seeing the difference as soon as possible?
Well, Sam, we've seen the Deputy President has already arrived. We're waiting for President Kenyatta to arrive any moment from now. And there are ministers of the respective ministries, that is water and also agriculture and fisheries, who are here to represent the interests of Kenyans. Remember, as I earlier stated, this particular sector has not yet been fully exploited. In some countries, they use water from the ocean for domestic use, but in Kenya that has not yet been seen. Now, this particular forum will enable us to see how we can benefit from this particular sector fully. There are various stands that we will visit later on, and as we continue with the subsequent bulletins, where we will show Kenyans how different countries from all over the world have benefited from the oceans and lakes around them, be it from fishing, be it from minerals, or even for sustainable water use. Sam.